Gravel gardens offer a low maintenance solution to your landscaping project. There's no mowing for a start. They also cut down on the amount of weeding you have to do and can be enjoyed all year round. However, depending on the type of gravel you use and the area in which it is located, your gravel garden may still require some maintenance. We made ours about 6 months ago. Now, in terms of actually making it, that is fairly straightforward. We just put a weed membrane down, put the gravel on top to a depth of 50mm, and then smoothed it all out. For which I did actually use my hands, although a rake probably would have made things easier. However, there are various things that you do need to consider before making your gravel garden, so this video is designed to talk you through those. First, you will most likely need to prepare the ground. Whether this is removing grass or just raking and flattening the area, you do need to ensure you have a flat and solid base. For extra strength, or if you have uneven ground, you can lay a sub-base of 50mm. However, as our soil is firm and compacted, we just put the membrane straight onto it. Using a weed membrane not only helps to stop weeds from popping up, but also helps to keep your gravel clean. If the area is going to receive a high volume of foot traffic, or if you are using sharper aggregates such as slate, then we suggest you use a harder wearing polypropylene one, as we have done. If you want to have plants within the gravel, a fabric membrane is easier to cut and doesn't fray as much as a polypropylene one. You just need to cut holes in the membrane where you want to place the plants and then pack the gravel around them. The best types of plants to have in your gravel garden include herbs, perennials and ornamental grasses. These plants have the most success growing in a gravel environment and also look stunning. Don't forget to water your plants, as keeping them alive will prevent any unsightly debris forming on your gravel and discolouring it. You may find that keeping plants in pots is an easier alternative. We suggest you choose your gravel wisely. At Stone Warehouse we offer a huge range, but you will find some types of gravel need more maintenance than others. The ultimate in low maintenance gravels include hard wearing products, such as flints, basalts, granite and quartz. These products are less porous than softer materials such as limestone and Cotswold, so won't discolour as quickly, if at all. Darker coloured aggregates will also help hide any dirt and will require less cleaning. If the area is going to be walked over, we do recommend angular chippings that are sized between 12 to 20mm, as anything smaller may get stuck in shoe treads and relocated around your garden or into your house. Or worse still, neighbourhood cats may mistake your garden for a litter box. Stones larger than 20mm won't be as comfortable to walk over, and rounded materials will move around more. The angular gravels not only bed together better, but they also lie flatter, so they do form a smoother surface. We recommend laying your gravel to a depth of 50mm, which is 5cm, especially if your area is going to be walked over. If your gravel is shallower than that, then bald patches may appear, and if it is much deeper, then you are likely to sink into it. As you can see, we have opted for lighter coloured gravel. I chose our Polar Ice, as it is my favourite one from the range. However, it is a marble product. This means it is harder wearing than limestone or Cotswold, but not as hard wearing as flints or granite products. Therefore, as you can see, in damper areas, the white stones have started to discolour slightly. You will most likely find there are areas of your garden that are damper, and therefore are more likely to discolour your stone. If you do have a lot of these, then we suggest choosing the harder wearing aggregates, as they will keep their colour better. We would also advise against using very light or white chippings, unless you have a completely free draining area that gets a lot of sunlight. You also need to be aware of areas where birds perch. We didn't realise, but our TV aerial is located directly above some of our gravel, and it gets covered in bird droppings. They can also discolour your stone unless cleaned off regularly. We do suggest when planning your garden that you note the areas that birds frequent, and recommend using darker materials under them, as they will hide the stains better. Other causes for discoloration are leaves. These are more of a problem in the autumn months, but can cause issues all year round. We have found that if they are left on our gravel, the leaves discolour the paler stones. Therefore, if there are trees in or around your garden, again, we would suggest opting for darker colours and a more durable stone product. Otherwise, you need to make sure you clear the leaves from your gravel daily to avoid discoloration. A leaf blower can come in handy if you need to regularly clear a lot of leaves from your garden. However, as we have a smaller area, and the leaves mainly just come from one tree, we do this manually. With lighter coloured gravels, you may well find you need to clean them, especially if they've been walked over with muddy shoes. We found this easy to do with a hose pipe and a hard bristled brush. However, you can also use a power hose on a low setting. The rain will eventually wash the mud off, but this can take some time. We just use a hose pipe to wash the bird droppings off our gravel. A sponge and some soapy water will remove the green from your stones. However, if your gravel becomes very discoloured, it is useful to have a small amount in a dry location so you can top up when required. As most gravel will arrive with some dust on it, we always suggest giving it a rinse, so it looks its best. There are so many options when creating a gravel garden. We hope our video has talked you through the main things to consider when choosing your stone to help keep your garden as low maintenance as possible. Thank you for watching our How to Make and Maintain a Gravel Garden video. Please subscribe to see more helpful videos.